From cute fluffy lions to lavender anacondas, how much are you willing to spend on your pet? Here are 13 of the most expensive pets ever. Number 13. Ayam Cemani chicken. You might not think chickens are that exciting, but did you know that there are luxury chickens that are worth thousands of dollars? The Ayam Cemani chicken is a rare breed of chicken from Indonesia. Considered the Lamborghini of poultry, it is possibly the rarest chicken in the world. It is completely black from its feathers to its tongue to its feet to even its bones. Everything about it is black, which is what makes it spectacular to look at in comparison to the common chicken. Many people have chickens as pets aside from farmers, as they can be quite affectionate animals, but this particular breed would cost a lot. They are only sold in pairs for $5,000. In Indonesia, they are considered a sacred animal, and some say that eating their meat will cure some diseases, which hasn't helped their numbers since there are only about 3,500 left in the world. If you are a dedicated chicken collector, then this bird is for you. Number 12. The stag beetle. You might not think beetles would make the most affectionate pets, but apparently they are extremely popular in Japan. I hear they make great listeners and are perfect pets for apartments. And if you don't like cute and cuddly, then this guy is great for you. The stag beetle has large antlers and mandibles, which make it look like a vicious creature. But this is exactly what makes them worth so much in comparison to the other common beetles that we have roaming around. Some people think that these are the cream of the crop of beetles and are willing to pay large amounts to have them as pets. The stag beetle is worth about $8,900. Because of its horns, the most common form of entertainment is bug fights. These beetle fights are on Japanese TV all the time, but kids actually don't fight them because, first, they're nice beetles, and second, they are expensive. If you're interested, there are several stag beetles on Instagram like Spike the Beetle, who is also famous for his artistic abilities. Number 11. The toucan. Dreaming of having a toucan? You are not alone. They are beautiful birds that are wonderful to look at with their black bodies, making their colorful beaks stand out even more. If you are already a bird person and have parrots, you might think, gosh, I could just add a toucan to the mix. Think again. These guys are high maintenance since they have a very, very limited diet and they cannot have their wings clipped because they are very high energy and they need lots of space. Way more than other birds of the same size. Having a toucan will take over your life. Many toucan owners often regret having gotten one or even adopting one because they have to be home all the time. Fun fact, originally from the jungles of South America, a toucan's beak is kind of a honeycomb of bone that actually contains a lot of air and isn't really a great weapon, which is good news for you. If you do have the appropriate means and passion for these birds, you can get one for about $8,000. Of course, this doesn't include the tens of thousands of dollars you will need for their food and special care that they require. However, if you are an affluent bird lover and work from home, this pet is for you. Number 10. The Savannah cat. The Savannah cat is one of the most majestic felines in the animal kingdom, with a long stride and a tall body. A Savannah cat is a hybrid cat crossed between an African serval and a domestic cat. You get the advantage of them looking like a wild cat, but with a domestic personality, which is much easier to handle for sure. Savannahs are known for being affectionate and sweet-tempered as long as they are socialized when they are young. They are often described as behaving like dogs and may require more human interaction than a domestic cat. They're pretty strong and don't like to be alone. Savannah cats range from about $12,000 to $20,000. Why are they so expensive? It's hard to breed a wild serval with a domestic cat in the first place. Bengal cats are also popular hybrid kitties with beautiful markings. If any of you have a Savannah or a Bengal, let us know your experience in the comments below. Number 9. DeBrazza's monkey. DeBrazza's monkey is one of the most expensive monkeys in the world and is often kept as a pet in Africa. Aside from their fancy name, named after the Italian explorer who supposedly found them, they have a fancy haircut with an orange crest on their head, gentle eyes, and a white muzzle from the nose down, which makes it look like they have a wise old man's beard. Native to forest habitats in Central Africa, their main predators are humans, of course, leopards, and eagles. Their defense mechanism is to freeze, which doesn't really help them. They are most commonly seen in zoos since not many places allow them as pets legally. Their personality and fur design make them highly desirable exotic pets, and they can be worth anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000. Number 8. Hyacinth macaw. Macaws are popular exotic pets. They are pretty, easy to train, and many find them to be a loving pet. But the hyacinth macaw outshines all of the others with its bright blue coloring with dashes of yellow. It is the largest of the flying parrot species and is native to Brazil, Bolivia, and Paraguay. Hyacinths are known as gentle giants and are highly intelligent. Even though they aren't the world's best talkers, they can learn. But if they are not socialized properly, or if they don't have enough room, they can get neurotic and aggressive. If you are ready for a 60-year relationship and have a lot of experience with birds, then you can get a hyacinth macaw for about $14,000. Number 7. Lavender albino ball python. If you guys are afraid of snakes, then watch out, because here's one for you, and it costs more than a car. These lavender albino pythons are the result of a rare recessive gene which makes it a pretty shade of lavender with golden markings and ruby red eyes. This specific python is known as one of the world's most beautiful snakes. Ball pythons in general are easy to take care of if you know anything about snakes, and you can get a common python for around $20. That's kind of a scary thought already. They need constant handling and eat about once a week. They can grow to be 3 to 5 feet long, so get ready. And make sure you won't change your mind, because this investment will cost you about $40,000. Number 6. Black palm cockatoo. Before you spend $16,000 on a bird, it's important to know that these birds are not very affectionate. They're very majestic birds, and contrary to their name, they aren't entirely black. They're more of a smoky gray with bright red cheeks. Since they are so big, they are also known as Goliath cockatoos. They aren't for the average pet owner, since they need 3 to 4 hours outside of their cage daily, like the toucan, and need constant attention, so it's almost like adopting another child. If you get one, know you are committing to an 80 to 90-year relationship. You have been warned. Number 5. Chimpanzees. Chimpanzees and baby monkeys can be irresistibly cute, probably because of their caring nature, their curiosity, and the fact that they are so similar to us. Many people think that getting a monkey is like getting a human baby, and that it would be a great substitute for a human companion. However, it is important to note that chimps are wild animals and don't really make good pets for the average person. Plus, owning one in many places is illegal. Chimp Haven is a rescue center that takes in many former pet chimpanzees who have gotten too aggressive or too wild for their owners to take care of. However, to own one would cost about $60,000. Number 4. The Arabian horse. Arabian horses are one of the most recognized horse breeds in the world, with their smaller head and dainty legs. They have had a strong presence throughout history and have been valued for their toughness and their swiftness. It was first bred by the Bedouins, who only allowed the finest horses to reproduce. They have been close to people for centuries, and they have an innate ability to bond with humans. They are friendly and loyal, making them excellent companion animals. The Arabian horse is known as horse royalty because it is the oldest purebred in the world. It was the foundation horse for many modern breeds, including the thoroughbred. Fun fact: the first recorded Arabian horse belonged to George Washington, and he crossbred his horse with others in the cavalry to strengthen the military. All of these qualities make these horses worth around $100,000. Number 3. White lion cubs. Similarly to the lavender python, these cute little cubs are the product of a recessive gene which gives them their pure white fur. But before getting into how cute and unique they are, I should say that getting a lion as a pet is not to be taken lightly. They are illegal in many places and need constant training and stimulation to keep them happy. They have been around since 1938 and are extremely rare. White lions are sought after for their looks and can be selectively bred for zoos and wildlife parks. The problem is that it usually involves inbreeding between lions, which hurts the strength of their domestic gene pool. Inbreeding can have major repercussions, such as hind limb paralysis or heart defects. These cubs can be purchased for around $140,000. However, even if you have the money, it would be extremely hard to get your hands on one. A Savannah cat might be a better choice. In fact, you might as well get two. Number 2. Green monkey. Before you get too excited, I'm not talking about actual green monkeys, but a horse named Green Monkey. While he isn't an Arabian horse, this 2-year-old American thoroughbred sold for guess how much? Guess. Go ahead. I'll tell you in a bit. He was fathered from another racehorse named Forestry. So why is this horse on the list of most expensive pets? Green Monkey earned his worth from the record-breaking speed that he used to run before he was retired due to an injury. The first time that the horse raced, it ran an eighth of a mile in 9.8 seconds, which is an incredible speed. His grandfather was Stormcat, one of the most respected stallions of all time. Bidders found Green Monkey to be flawless, and even though he had never raced professionally, he was purchased for, wait for it, $16 million. Number 1. Sir Lancelot Encore. Finally, we have humans' best friend. If you have lost a beloved pet, then this story might not sound as strange to you. Everyone loves their dogs because, well, you don't need me to tell you the reasons. Who doesn't love being welcomed home and comforted? When they pass away, it's a similar pain to losing a family member or a loved one. So when Edgar and Nina Otto lost their yellow lab, Sir Lancelot, to cancer, they couldn't take the pain. They spent $155,000 to get him cloned. The process worked and Sir Lancelot Encore was born, affectionately known as Lancey. When they first heard that cloning technology was starting to be developed, they had Lancelot's DNA stored. Scientists in South Korea were successfully able to complete the procedure. He is known as the world's first cloned dog in the world and is the father to many more litters. Because of his creation, he is worth an incredible $16 million. Like Green Monkey. Fun fact, Barbra Streisand has also recently cloned her beloved late dog Samantha. For about $50,000, you can clone your dog too. Would you?